Hello friends, Russia has completely denied the fact that there was a phone call by Donald Trump to the Russian President Vladimir Putin where it was mentioned about de-escalating the tensions between Russia and Ukraine. The spokesman of Kremlin has said that nothing like this has taken place. As you might be aware of the news of a report from Washington Post where it stated that Donald Trump called Putin and asked him to de-escalate the Ukraine conflict. This was a report by the Washington Post. However, the Russian spokesman, the Kremlin spokesman, has said that nothing like this has taken place. He has completely rubbished the statements and said that nothing like this took place at all. Quoting Mr. Spokesperson, he said that this is the most obvious example of the quality of information that is now being published, where he's saying that this is the quality, this is the worst quality, nothing like this has taken place at all. Whatever you're hearing from the Washington Post is all false. He called it a pure fiction. Completely untrue. It's false. There is nothing, a fact in this, not one point. He's calling it a fiction. That is a very big statement, because most of the world population of people were thinking that something might happen and there might be a de-escalation between Russia and Ukraine. However, this statement from the spokesman has clearly said that nothing like this is going to happen in the near future. Very concerning. Well, talking of Donald Trump, during his election campaign, he clearly said that if he was the president, or if Donald Trump was in power, he would never have allowed such a kind of a thing to happen in the first place. He would never have allowed the war between Russia and Ukraine to take place if he was in power. Not only this, he also said that he will not take more than a few hours to end the war. If Donald Trump comes in power, he will not take more than a few hours and the war will be over. That is indeed a very big statement from Donald Trump. Now, coming to the Russia's response, the Russian president has clearly mentioned that until and unless Ukraine doesn't withdraw from the southern and the eastern territory, there will be no talks at all. So they have to withdraw from the eastern and the southern territory, and this is a precondition. This is a minimum, bare minimum that has to happen. Only then it will be possible to have a peace talk with Ukraine. So Russia as of now has no plans to go for peace talks. Why? Why is it so? What do you think? If you look at this map, this is the map this is the first map that's the February 2022, when the war was about to begin. You can see this area is of Ukraine. This that I'm demarcating is of Ukraine, and it was completely under Ukraine. Only the Crimean Peninsula was taken over by Russia. In March 2022, Russia overtook these areas that are demarcated in red. So, quite a few places that were overtaken by Russia just within 1 month. In November 2022, it took some more area, and presently, if we talk of May 2024, it has taken over a lot of area from Russia. So the war is going only increasing and not de-escalating at all. It is only getting escalated as the days pass. But why is Russia doing all this? What is the main cause of this? Primarily, if we think of the causes, then we can come to two conclusions. First is the cause because through the land area, and the second one is through the waters. If you look at this map, this is Russia, and these are the countries that are there in the eastern part of Europe and in other parts of Europe as well. And these are the colored countries here that are in color are the countries that have already joined NATO. Now, why is this a cause of concern for Russia? Because if you look, this is the boundary of Russia, and the yellow color that is in yellow color is of Ukraine. And Ukraine has a boundary sharing with Russia. So Russia is concerned that if Ukraine joins NATO, then that brings NATO to the doorstep of Russia. which is indeed a problem for Russia. That was the first thing that made Russia do the thing, that they made the war, that they started the war in the first place, because Ukraine was planning to join NATO as the other countries have already joined. You can see Sweden and Finland joined in 2022. 2022-2023, these countries joined NATO, and Ukraine has also applied. This made Russia anxious and they attacked Ukraine. That is number one cause. Number two cause is the water, the oceans. If you know about the map of Russia, you will know that it has Arctic around its north that is frozen almost throughout the year. It is frozen, and that is a problem for Russia. Russia's most of the ports are frozen. That is, Russia has very little access to warm waters. It has very little access to warm waters. That is a problem for Russia, and it is attacking Ukraine so that it can get more ports in the Black Sea. If it gets more ports in the Black Sea, then it will be able to do trade and other military drills very easily, as compared to doing these things in the frozen areas or the cold waters that Russia already has. Coming to the present situation, what currently is going on, you can see that in the past few weeks, in a couple of weeks, the war has only escalated and not gone down. Talking about Russia, it is claimed that it has launched around 145 drones at Ukraine in the past few days, while it has downed around 34 drones of Ukraine. That is, launched 135 and downed about 34 drones of Ukraine. Why? As it escalated over the past few days, because of the geopolitical changes that have taken place in United States of America. And with coming of Trump in power, there is a very good chance that that might lead to some peace talks, and each country wants to have an upper hand in the talks. When and if there will be any peace talks, then both the countries want that they have an upper hand in these peace talks. That is why over the period of past week or so, the tensions have very much escalated and no country is backing down. This is the news about the geopolitical situation right now going on in the world. If you do like the lecture, then please share it and subscribe to the channel until I bring you some more updates from the geopolitics of the world. Till then, see you. Bye-bye.